we're doing the pod in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome.
boys and girls,
Let's get ready to rumble.
National champion of the
Weighing in at 185
185, soaking wet.
in the left corner.
welcome to Speaking Into the Void, episode 5.1.
5.136.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they don't need to know about that.
No, they don't. They don't even know about anything. All they need to know is that we are filming in a different location because Sherm's house got abducted by aliens and then burned to the ground.
No.
It was really weird because the burning to the ground was basically just a middle finger.
So we got to GoFundMe for Sherm right now because his house, you know.
Yeah.
He's down bad.
So he can stop prostituting himself out.
We're trying to raise about
It's getting
2.5K.
My knees hurt.
No, I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest today from the band, college level, from his own personal work, insert, and
What's
You
the
know.
third? What's the third group?
what's the third group again?
So many groups.
It's called June.
June.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
June, and it is
June.
an R&B hip hop group. It's
Jun.
fantastic. We have Jared. Oh my God.
Dude, did you just like crush?
Jared Smith.
Dude, just
I'm
crushed
sorry.
him.
I'm sorry.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on this podcast for the very first time.
Oh, hey, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. We're
real,
big
for real.
fans of the work.
Yeah.
And we're excited to chat with you. Jared plays the bass. He also makes electronic music. He's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to, musical work.
Music production.
Almost to a fault.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
disgusting.
Hey,
It's a rabbit hole.
well, you got to be good at something, right?
Well, you got me there. That's a really good point.
And yeah, we got some questions for you, man.
Oh, good.
Might as well dive right into it. Let's see, where did I put those? So yeah, you are in a very popular local band called College Level. They make indie pop rock. They're sweet. They've played some massive shows in town, and if you can catch them at their next show, Tree Fort 2024, it's gonna be fantastic.
Location to be determined.
Yeah, location to be determined. We want to know, what are some pros and cons of being in a band versus working solo?
Oh, God. Pros and cons. Pros of working in a band is like, oh, Jesus, that Red Bull is like punching me in the back of the throat right now.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It was a good one. Pros of working by myself is like, no matter what, I have final say on it, and it's like I can get exactly what I want out of like this one weird piece of music that I'm making. Where I'm working when I'm working with a band, I can write something and take it to the other guys, and it can change into something I never would have thought it was. And also just like having all these parts going around and moving, it is very nice to have alternating perspectives
Yeah.
and being able to kind of make a democracy out of stuff when you're making these pieces of art. And if 3 people say, hey, it's for the better,
Yeah.
it's probably for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any big goals for 2024? Whether it's personally, with the band, music in general.
Personally, I would like to put out some more of my own music. I would like to play some of my own shows. That sounds super narcissistic.
No, dude.
But like,
Not at all.
I-
Not at all.
Not if you're
Seriously.
making electronic music. I mean, that's kind of the whole point, right?
And super
Just to
fantastic
go out and
electronic music.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's always, for me, it's always about the performances, man. That's why I really love making music, and I feel like it is conveyed differently and so much better in a live performance. You can really get the passion across that you feel when you're in the studio making it to the people, right? Like sometimes, the goal is to translate that passion in the recordings, but it's totally different when you're seeing it live or performing it live, and it just feels good to get that instant gratification of a fan looking at you and appreciating your music, even though it's narcissistic, maybe a little bit, but it's a group experience.
At the end of especially with college level, like all these songs that we've spent so much time working on and just putting our hearts and souls into, to watch that immediate, like, we're sharing this art that we love so much with people, and to watch immediately like people reacting to it and enjoying it. And now, like, we'll play some of our older stuff and having people sing along with it or like sing the words for us. It's a fucking incredible feeling.
Yeah,
That's a dream. That's a dream. Seriously, having the crowd know the lyrics, like that's
I'm out there singing all the lyrics.
different level of.
So fun.
It's
That's a different level of That's cool.
In my opinion, it makes the viewership of a concert so much better if you do know the words.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
when some of my favorite bands do come to town and I want to go to their show, I'll usually spend a month or maybe just a week really
The week prior.
Yeah, the week prior, just
Yeah.
really listening to their music and making sure that I've got a good grasp of some lyrics, because I want them to know that
Yeah.
I know.
It's a more fun experience too when you're around other people that know you're like,
Yeah.
Every time that I like travel or like drive someplace to go to a concert, the entire drive there, I'm just bumping that music.
Yeah.
On the way back, I'll mix it up.
Yeah.
But on the way there, I'm definitely just listening to all that type of music.
Building that hype.
Yeah.
I'm so bad about that. Like if I go to like specifically local shows, I'm awful about listening to the group beforehand.
You guys, see, for me, it's like local shows. I do it especially because I'm like, dude, I don't want them to, show up, be like, all right, guys, sing along to this.
They hold out the mic.
Dead air.
It's like in most rap shows they do that lyric cut where they'll cut the whole beat and then just like
Yo.
and there's absolutely nobody out there that knows a single word.
And there is a point to where that actually bums me out. Like at a big music festival, when you've got a rapper who just wants to like hear the audience, I'm like, bro, I came to see you, my guy. I didn't pay all this money to hear all these motherfuckers
And even
sing your
bigger,
song.
An even bigger bummer is when you know the lyrics, but you're the only one that knows the lyrics, and then you're just yelling it, and nobody else is fucking saying along. You're just like.
In 2012, I went to the Boise Music Festival, and it was Smash Mouth right before LL Cool J.
Legendary.
And at that point, like, the guy from Smash Mouth, whatever his name is,
R.I.P.
Yeah, he just passed away. He used to live here in Boise.
Dude, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
At one point, he like was like, sing along, and like maybe half the crowd was doing it, and like I'm in the very back just singing along, just. Oh, my heart is what we walking. People around me are like,
let's go.
This guy's a super fan.
Man, best music festival probably in the world is Boise Music Festival. No. Very
That's where artists go to
highly
die.
esteemed. It is kind of a
yeah, LL Cool J played there.
Oh, Cool J.
Hey, he also did the New Year's celebration this year in New York.
He did. He's also on
that's
CSI.
Yeah.
So I can't say he's dead yet
No,
Yeah.
he's not dead.
as far as his career goes.
And Nelly played one year, I think. Or no, that was at the fair. The
Yeah,
fair is
Felly,
the new Boise-
excuse me, Nelly at the fair. Ti at the fair this year
Yeah,
was pretty embarrassing. I was not.
T.I. played the fair.
Yeah, he came out and did all of his he did all the songs that like have he's like featured on, so that Live Your Life with Rihanna. Like everybody was singing the chorus. He didn't even really rap his own shit at all. Like he was basically just a hype man for his top 10 hits, and that's about all he played.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then left pretty early.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he did
probably
like a
like,
45-minute set. It was like, all right, that was cool. Later, Boise. Got my bag. I'm out.
Yep.
Got that
I
fair
mean-
money.
I feel like from an artist perspective, if you are trying to have a good show and you have the energy for it and you're just like, fuck it, let's see how it goes. Boise shows up. But if you're an artist that like has second guess like thoughts in your mind, you're like, I don't know if Boise's really gonna be like that. Let's just kind of go into it with this type of mindset. I've seen like Kodak Black, dude. He barely rapped any of his lyrics and he was just bopping the entire time. That's all he did.
That sounds like a Kodak performance.
It was his last show on the like tour list too.
That's an interesting thing too, because the Kodak Black show is something that people went specifically. They paid for it, right?
Yep.
Like I think the fair show is just like
It was free.
you go to the fair and if
100%,
you're there on
yeah.
that day, you can
Yeah.
see T.I. play.
I asked,
So it's a little bit of a different vibe. So when an artist like Kodak comes to Boise intentionally and sells tickets to his show and
Only
then
on-
doesn't show up, it's like, bro, what are we doing?
Only on
But
for
when
40
T.I.
minutes.
comes and gives a half-ass performance, at
They
the
probably
fair,
still-
it's like,
dude, they
wow,
probably
this is T.I.
I was thinking like I feel like the maximum they probably paid him was 20 grand and probably the minimum was like 10.
Hey, I'd love to get 20 grand for 45 minutes of.
Performing songs that you were featured on, not even you were
Dude,
like these aren't even your songs.
Honestly, I feel like it's probably around 10, maybe less, dude. Like, I don't know. He's kind of a bigger artist, and he has like some foot, some. I don't know. It's just like think about all the revenue that it just pulls in from only seeing T.I.
There were a lot of people at that show too.
Yeah,
Really?
there were.
I wasn't there. That's cool though.
Anyways, moving past the throwback shows.
Yeah.
Are there any new artists or anything interesting that you've seen lately that kind of captivates your mind?
Oh yeah.
Luddy, you got any?
Yeah, I'll rip it. All right. So Charlie on a Friday is from Seattle, and
Charlie on a Friday.
Yeah, Charlie on a Friday. What a name, dude. But
What does he do all the other days?
Huh?
dude, he only pulls up on Fridays. He's-
Vicious masturbation.
No,
All
but
week.
Yeah, he almost like, I don't know. Like he kind of has like, I don't know. It's just a white kid that can sing and rap, kind of.
Okay.
Almost has like Kid Leroy-ish kind of sound.
Yeah.
But I just found him recently, and that kid goes crazy, dude. He has a song with like over 100 million, and he's
Whoa.
only like 20 something.
Cool.
And yeah, he's popping off. Like I had never heard of him. I heard him on a.
Friday. So kind of like pop, rap, pop R&B.
Yeah, I would almost just say like like pop rap,
Okay.
like
Cool.
hip hop rap.
Charlie on a Friday.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Pop
Hip
rap.
hop
No-
anonymous.
No fair. You gave him the easy ones.
Hip hop.
This is bullshit.
I saw,
You gave him easy ones.
I saw today on Instagram this post, or it's a page called The Tiny Chef or something like that, and it's this like stop motion.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
little,
Yeah.
like
They like do like
yarn made dude.
yeah,
He's,
and
like,
he
cooking
just does little baking things with like crocheted
And
pieces.
He's always singing like some popular songs. It's so funny. It's so cute.
I don't know why I like to imagine like an old lady like knitting a sweater, but it's like an
dude,
avocado.
just crocheting.
And she's just like,
it feels like.
stop making drop at somewhere.
He has this voice that sounds like Butters from
Oh,
from
no
South
way.
Park. He's like he does like he was baking an apple pie and doing like American pie. Like
make an apple pie
American pie.
Yeah, make an apple
that's
pie
crazy.
now.
But yeah, I think it's called The Tiny Chef or something like that.
I've heard of that. I've seen it a
It's-
couple
it's
times.
goofy. That's something I saw
Teeny
recently that I
tiny
thought was
chef.
funny.
Oh, but yeah.
I'd say Lord's Go.
Yeah,
New
Lord's
New York hip hop shit's awesome.
Long hair, don't care.
Mm-hmm.
New York, no dork, baby.
Wow.
Freestyle off the dome from your boy right there.
Dude, I love New York. Have you guys ever been to New York at all?
No,
Never.
Manhattan.
You been to Manhattan? Me too.
Nice.
Dude, when I was in Manhattan, I went to the MoMA.
Ooh, I would love to go to the
Dude,
MoMA.
so I went to the MoMA and then I went to the Botanical Gardens. I was tripping on shrooms, dude. It
That
was
was probably crazy.
one of the coolest experiences that
You
I
went to the MoMA on shrooms?
not the MoMA,
Oh,
but the
okay.
Botanical Gardens. Dude, it's
Okay.
like 250 acres of just beautiful fucking flowers and plants and like land and
there's
shit
250 acres of
in
grass in Manhattan.
in New York.
In New
It-
York,
dude,
okay.
Literally, like,
If you scoop the shit off of Central Park,
I don't think it's
That's 250 acres.
dude.
That's like 1 square mile. It's gotta be.
I mean, if you're looking in New York, dude, you walk in there and you're like, how is this here?
That's wild.
Because like everywhere else around you is like
It's just buildings.
just buildings,
Just
just
a
people,
That's
cars,
crazy.
buildings.
concrete jungle.
It's a
Yeah.
concrete jungle.
It's a concrete jungle. Yeah.
Well, speaking of jungles,
Mm.
you have played some pretty crazy shows. I don't know what that's to do with jungles, but
Mosh pit. Open up that mosh pit.
Speaking of jungles, how crazy?
How about that crowd?
How about that crowd?
Yeah, how about that crowd? You know. So
Seinfeld over here.
I've seen you guys play all over the place, from house parties to professional venues, and it's really cool to see not only the progression but the continued engagement from the crowd that you guys get. It started, small at shows at one of our buddies' houses to bigger house shows to slightly bigger venues, but the whole time I've never been to one of your shows where people weren't totally engaged with the band, totally engaged with the experience. So I guess we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'm just kind of wondering what that's like for you guys, for you specifically, and maybe the rest of the band a little bit. But
It's really bizarre for me because I am who I am, and it's taken me a long time to be able to be like extroverted and stuff like that. There is a moment in every show where it's usually like the second song, but Alex and I kind of get in the groove. Taylor's singing, Joel's doing their drumming and stuff like that, where Alex and I kind of move and like we look each other in the eye and we'll kind of give each other a nod, and then it's immediately like comfortable. It's just
awesome.
like I'm just up
That's
here with my
awesome.
friends. Yeah.
that's so
good.
cool.
And then it just goes away, and then like I can talk to people in the crowd, and I can jump around a bit more, and I can just get
That's
moving.
awesome.
Does it take
cool.
a lot of rehearsal? Do you guys end up practicing a lot, or is it more like just during the recording process you guys kind of find that comfort and then you're able to kind of on a dime, maybe with just 1 or 2 practices, get back to a point where it's
Not really
stage ready,
overthink
or-
it.
We do rehearse like a stupid amount, especially since we now use in-ear monitors, and like during practice I wear in-ear monitors. During performances, I yank those things immediately out. I hate in-ear monitors so much. And
What are you hearing? Are you hearing the vocals more, or it helps you hear the whole sound?
Yeah, and like Alex, Taylor, and Joel have their in-ear mixes where they all have a click in theirs, and it's all a little bit different. So like the bass might be up louder in one, or vocals might be up louder in one.
Okay, so you can tune them differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine was just in mine. I didn't ever have a click, and I just used it to basically hear all the instruments and Taylor singing, and then like myself whenever I do like backing vocals. But at like this last show that we did at Treefort Music Hall, like second song in, they just weren't working for me. They've never worked for me, and so second song in, I was just like, nope, done. Took them. And plus, there's on stage monitors too, so I was fine.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
That's interesting. And yeah, we've never played with any sort of in-ear monitors.
No.
It's really we have our mixes that we like for the show where we kind of just turn down the vocals, and then maybe boost the beat a little bit or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Sure.
It's typically just take the main vocal track, turn it down like 8-10 decibels so that it's like at least there, and then I just let Louie kind of do his thing over the top of it.
It's basically just there so that when I
When and if
super windy,
you do fuck up, or it's there a little bit.
A little bit of a buffer.
Get right back on track.
But I'm no Kodak Black, just saying my
Play
the
just
track
play
and
the
stand
track
on
and just run over the top of it and do the ad libs.
I love
do it live.
Kodak Black, but I've seen some performances where I'm like, that just doesn't look like it's what I want to see.
I will forever love Kodak Black, but
Yeah, not the best performing artist.
I was so fucked up for that show. I was so pumped. I was so ready to go, and all I saw was Kodak bopping, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna take some cool ass Snapchat videos of Kodak bopping.
There you go.
He had a Gucci windbreaker on, and had the Gucci tiger on the back, and I was just like, you know, that's enough for me.
That's pretty
You
sick.
pulled the most expensive outfit in Boise.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, so I do want to talk about your solo work. We heard some of it that you've demoed for us, and you've got a whole project out called Sisu, How to Love Yourself, and
Is it pronounced Sisu?
it's Sisu?
Sisu or
Sisu.
I don't actually know.
I've been calling it Sisu this whole time, but it
Sisu?
might be Sisu.
Sisu. We'll go with
I
Sisu.
don't. Yeah, Sisu.
But it's
How to Love
really
Yourself.
really interesting, exciting music that is, to me, similar to a mixture of Flume and Glass Animals,
Thank you, by
and
the way.
it would translate super well to a live show. I'm excited to see you perform some of this stuff.
So am
But
I
do
on-
you
I don't-
do you listen to a lot more electronic music than you do like indie rock, say, or R&B with your other group, June?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I have my groups that I always come back to. We kind of talked about this last time we were all together. Like scientifically, there is a thing where music that you listen to in your developmental years
Mhm.
between like 10 and 15, 10 and like 11 and 16. That's just the
Yeah.
music that you revert back to. So I'll still listen to like Muse and Rage Against the Machine, Blink-182, and Korn. One of these things is not like the other. But also just a lot of electronic music. I love drum and bass, love dubstep.
Yeah. Who got you into that?
My older cousin Jake got
Okay.
me into
Shout out
electronic
Jake.
music. Yeah, shout out Jake. He showed me DJing for the first time, and I also brought this up last time, but I wanted to. He was part of the rave scene like early on, and he would make flyers for his friends who were DJing.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he would make a big stack of them, and then he would also make a stack of fake ones for people that him and his friends thought were shitty. And he would hand out the fake flyers to people who they thought were shitty, and it would take them like complete opposite direction of where the actual rave was.
What a legend.
Dude.
That is
Incredible.
those people hopefully probably deserved it.
Oh,
But then
God,
what
yeah.
if they had a crazy rave party themselves at the other location?
Yeah,
they send 'em-
everybody else shows up that they didn't want to, and they're just like, well, I guess we're here.
It's randomly just like some party that's already going on. They're like, perfect.
Well, we missed that rave, but we had a great time.
Whoa. I was at the party. There's no music though.
Yeah.
Where were you
It was
guys?
really weird. Like, I was just out in the desert. I don't know what happened.
That's epic.
Had a great
Maybe they
time, though.
canceled.
Yeah.
Still party on.
No one's out here. This is just an abandoned warehouse. Oh, it's an old Kmart.
Catch
That's
a case, just go into the wrong addy and just throw him down.
There's a song on the EP Gosh by College Level called Small Talk, and it's interesting to me because the song starts out and is carried by this just little bass riff that starts at the beginning, and is it was that you that came up with that? Was that how was the song Small Talk kind of written? Like, did you guys have I'm curious about your songwriting process in general, but that song stands out just because it's got this climax and then it drops off and goes just to the bass line and builds up again. It's a really interesting song.
That was the first one that we actually fully wrote as a band together. It started with Alex and I just in the old, like Alex and Joel's old place in the garage, and I started just doing that bouncing thing, and Alex started playing along with it. And then the chorus, I guess, where it's like da 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 da, that originally had a different strum pattern.
Oh, okay.
It was a bit more like da 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 da
Yeah.
Just because like that's how that strumming pattern worked for me. But then Alex was like, "What if we tried this?" And then going down, I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes more sense." And then the next day we brought it to Taylor and Joel, and they worked their magic. And then small talk.
Small talk. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
I'm curious also how you guys got together. When was the band formed? What's the connecting thread for you guys?
Well, the connecting thread for us. Well, the connecting thread for. I'll get there eventually. I'm working on it. The connecting thread for those three is Alex's sister, who was dating Taylor at one point,
Oh.
and Alex and his sister are from Vegas.
Yeah.
She moved up here to go to school,
Okay.
where in theater she met Joel, and so like they had a friendship going, and then she was dating Taylor,
Okay.
and then Alex came up here, so he just by being Dana's brother knew Joel, and
Yeah.
just being around Taylor all the time,
Huh.
and it started with Taylor and Alex jamming at like a Christmas party or something like that,
Okay.
and then they would
Yeah.
busk on 8th Street in Boise. They went to a Chon show, like those two and Joel in Salt Lake, and then on the way back they stopped and bought a Facebook Marketplace drum set.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and I was
What a story.
Joel started out as a pianist, like a solo artist playing
Damn.
piano, and like they had a regular section at like the Mode
Okay.
that they would play. And then I worked with Alex at a restaurant that's no longer around.
Even Stevens, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was like, "You want to jam sometime?" I was like, "Sure." He's like, "Yeah, me and my friends like jamming." And then that was end of July going into August, and then after like 4 jam sessions, I showed up one day, and they're like, "Hey, we're called College Level, and we have a show in 2 weeks."
Wow. That's amazing.
I was like, "Oh,
Damn.
okay. I guess we're doing this."
Yeah.
What a story.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So that's cool. So that kind of proves like, good things can come out of failed relationships. There's
It wasn't meant
there's
to be,
not
but college level was meant to
yeah.
be.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then Joel's a self-taught drummer, right? That like started after he
Mm-hmm.
basically joined the band.
Yes. Yeah. It was like 1 month into them drumming, and it was like, cool, we're a band.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow, that's insane. That's awesome. Awesome. Sorry, I've been hogging all the questions. Do you guys have
It's all good.
any other ones?
How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
Mm-hmm. Sherm's got the biggest thing of V8 I've ever seen in my life. And he's got it.
I peeped
That's
that
V8.
He's
too.
got it connected to an IV that's just dripping. Say
I fucking need it.
I didn't realize that was a giant V8. I was like, oh, that's a weird looking thing of juice.
Yeah.
Last time I had the opportunity to get rid of what I made mistakes with last time, but this time I have not yet had that opportunity, and so I'm in here just like I'm riding it out right now. I might have an allergy. I don't know.
Allergy to the.
I am allergic to alcohol.
Yeah. I'm allergic to tequila and vodka and whiskey
Yeah.
and beer.
Fuck, dude.
Just saying.
Just saying those words right now has got me
Oh,
feeling it for sure.
I feel great.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm glad y'all are feeling good.
Okay.
I'll feel good here in an hour.
Yeah.
There you go, bud.
It's a rude awakening, but ride it out.
Yeah.
It'll be good. So in terms of like the artwork for you guys' album covers and stuff like that, who's in charge of that? And like, do you guys all have a say on it, or do you kind of like let one person kind of?
You guys got some really early like Dreyfus art.
Oh yeah,
Dreyfus
I did
is
see
so
that. That's
tight.
sick.
Yeah.
We hopped on the Dreyfus train real quick.
Real
Dude,
early.
that's
And-
a
oh
that's
my
a
God.
good move
If-
right there.
If we would have waited a year, it would have been like minimum, like triple what we paid for it.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
100%.
We paid just like a one-time fee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Good to go.
fire, dude. What a Right place, right time.
Oh yeah. The Good For You EP, we're in that little area with like all the flowers and stuff. That was actually just like a little common area at these people's place that we were staying in LA when we were recording that. And we just took a picture there, and I think I was like, oh, well, we got to use that for the EP.
Nice, dude.
And then it didn't come across exactly how I wanted it to, but he's doing great. He's doing God, I wish you had a longer mic cord.
Oh my
God, that's so funny. That is so fucking funny.
Welcome to the best podcast of Boise Jokes. This is also an ASMR show.
Yeah, the most violent ASMR.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Oh.
sorry.
What doesn't kill you makes you strong.
Fucking class act shit show. It didn't come across exactly how I wanted it to, but like the idea of having a Polaroid and having us like on the remnants of a party.
Yeah.
That was my planning. Same with, actually, I did the concept of the album art. I made sure that you got this. I believe in you. I came up with the concept of the album art. I did the track listing, and I was the one that suggested the album itself, which I'm pretty sure is a watermelon.
All right.
But I also was the one who was like, oh, gosh, is going to be a tortilla.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you get the physical CD, it's a tortilla.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
that's
the-
super cool. And you guys met at, or you and Alex met at the burrito shop too, which is kind of ties it all together. You know?
At Even Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys also have some really phenomenal music videos. What my favorite is that Desi music video, which
That was
is
all
the
Joel.
stop motion. It reminds me of the Instagram page that I was talking about earlier, actually.
Mhm.
But it's like it was all Joel.
Yeah, they were like, hey, I want to take this on my own accord.
Wow.
And we were like, all right, yeah.
It's like a knitted or made out of string or yarn stop motion video of like a seed sprouting into a flower. It's gorgeous and it matches the song perfectly, and it's just like awesome. And then you guys also did a really fun video smashing fruit in the foothills
Oh, that's
Yes.
for Good For You, which is hilarious. And also I love anything Boise, right? So like the fact that you can see the
Yeah.
city of Boise, it's the Boise foothills, like that has a special place in my heart. But how fun was that, just smashing fruit?
Oh, it was awesome. Cold as hell.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was actually right behind the house on Hill Road where the band started, so it was a nice little like
Oh, wow.
and
Homage.
you can see it in like
Yeah.
in a couple of the shots. You can see it, so
Yeah.
it was a nice little like, hello, look at how far we come.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then Taylor is reading the Book of Mormon in
Problem
Child.
Yeah.
video. What is that about?
It's upside down too.
It's upside down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
Oh, God forbid the Book of Mormon is upside down. We all had like our things that were just kind of our thing. Like mine was the painting of the hot dog samurai,
yeah. Oh yeah.
which I still have, and like I want to frame it and put it up.
You
somewhere.
got it. That's legendary.
Oh, I was like, I'm keeping this painting. And Alex's was the teacup, and Joel had the creepy doll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Who filmed that music video?
Alex's friend that he went to school with. He went to like a performing arts school.
Okay.
Nice.
Did you guys film that one in Boise or was that in Utah?
That was at Alex and Taylor's place when they lived in that one house. I don't know if you ever went. Did you ever go to that house?
Maybe not. Huh.
Yeah, it had a good sized backyard.
Yeah, that was a
And-
big
and
backyard.
We
It
just
looked-
filmed it all there.
Yeah, that was a super cool project. Very well shot and professional looking.
Oh yeah.
Very professional looking.
The Alex's buddy Tyler is like that's just what he does for a living. Is
Really?
videography.
Yeah,
Like, he
that's
does
awesome.
commercials. He does films for shows. Like he does a bunch of shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Super cool guy. He also took all the black and white pictures of us at the musical.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so all those that you see on our Instagram page
Got
are
you.
from him.
Yeah, that last show you guys played was a big show. It's one of the newer venues in Boise, the Treefort Music Hall that just opened up last year.
Yeah, the newest, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And how's that stage? Is because from a viewing perspective, it's by far and wide my favorite venue in Boise. Like it is, the space is amazing. The stage
Location's
is
fire.
huge, and like the acoustics are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how was playing up there in comparison to maybe some of the other venues you played at?
Playing that stage with college level was incredible. I've played it with the June group too,
Oh yeah.
which having 7 people in that band, having that bigger area helps a lot.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
So that was my second time on that stage, and the first time being up there, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm here. Oh god, this is a really big place. Oh my god." And second time, I was with college level, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just up here with my friends.
That's
Who
cool.
gives a shit?" And
That's
also,
cool.
Commonwealth was before us, and we've
Yeah.
instantly the first show that we played with them in like January or February of 2019, we instantly all just became friends.
Yeah, that was a really great opener. It really set the mood for the night and like got everybody hyped up.
Yeah.
It's cool. Well, thanks for chatting with us about yourself.
Oh yeah.
About some of the endeavors that you're working on. There is something else I want to talk about, which is some of our favorite albums. I actually have it written down. I want to highlight some of the college level albums in the future here. I'm probably going to do a segment on them because that Gosh EP, I mean, when it came out, dude, it meant so much to me, dude. I ran that shit back so many times, and then just continuing to listen to you guys, it's so fun. But
We actually had a girl tattoo the Gosh
yeah.
name like in the exact same font with the period and stuff like on her leg.
Oh, it's crazy. What?
Yeah, she had.
You didn't even know her?
You got tattoo fans now, huh?
That's crazy.
She'd been coming to our shows since like the very first one, and
What?
when she posted online, this was after we announced like our break thing in 2022. She posted that, and instantly I'm like, oh god! And I called her, and I was just like, thank you so much for your support, good, and just like tears like a idiot. And she was like, yeah, just like some of the best memories I had in Boise, because she lives in like Seattle now. She was like, some of the best times that I had were at your guys' show, so I want to remember that. And I was like, oh god,
Dude, straight
Dude,
up.
what a compliment.
It's a moment in time. It really is. Like your guys' kind of come up in the city, and you guys are still coming up. There's a lot of awesome opportunities still to be had here in the
For
future.
sure.
But those kind of breakout moments, at least, they were still they're small. They're core memories for me. Absolutely. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool sitting here talking with you.
What is your bandmate Alex doing in LA?
he went down there to try and get a job in like more production side stuff.
Okay.
His girlfriend does like graphic design work,
Okay.
so between them they have a place down there, and yeah. And Alex and I FaceTime, and we're writing songs now, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are still collaborating.
New college level.
Yep. New
Yeah.
college level.
New college level.
New college
And
level.
it's-
New insert.
Does it kind of make it more fun now that he's in LA and you guys have to FaceTime for it? Does it kind of make it like feel different when you guys are writing music and shit together?
Oh god, yeah, yeah. Especially since
Like a breath of fresh air, just like something new. Yeah.
like most of the other stuff was always Taylor and Alex writing stuff and then bringing it to me and Joel, but now it's
Gotcha.
Alex and I primarily writing it.
Nice. Okay.
So
cool.
it's gonna sound different, but it'll still sound like college level.
Fuck yeah. That's cool. I feel like if you do the same thing the entire way through, at some point you gotta switch it up, and that was probably just meant to be.
Yeah.
You know.
You just hit that wall of like,
Mhm.
all right, what do we do?
Yeah.
But we have a couple songs on the back burner, and we have a couple demos working,
And a show coming up.
Let's go.
The show coming up.
Tree Fort.
Tree
Fort,
Fort,
yeah.
If you can make it out,
Dude,
go support.
you will not be disappointed. That is for sure.
Okay. Well, selfishly, I have a segment that I want to get into.
Let's do
about
it.
one
So
of my
this
favorite
guy's got
albums.
a novel about an album.
I do. I did a lot of research on one of my favorite albums, and I want to share it with you guys. You know, I want to share it with my friends.
Let's
alright?
go. What else are
Is
friends
it
for?
is it the Decemberists?
No. But it so could be the Decemberists. I don't know. Have I told you about my love for the Decemberists? Do you know the Decemberists?
No.
Okay, word.
We'll have to do a
Then
little
it doesn't
something
even
after.
matter.
Never mind.
I'm the worst person to talk to about music.
Well, let me talk to
He
you
hit
about
that.
music.
He hit that core time frame of 11 through 16, and then
Oh,
just
yeah, baby.
those have just been set.
So,
Yeah, basically.
this album.
This album.
Yes,
album.
quite.
Who is the artist? Let us know.
Okay. This is an album by a British pop singer named Kate Nash. The album is called Made of Bricks, and it came out in 2008, which just happens to be a time when I was about 10 years old. Making some core memories.
It just
you know?
happens to be.
Just a coincidence. Maybe just a coincidence.
Just happens to be Louie's 10th birthday.
On my 10th birthday, I received an album.
Kate
The
Nash.
10th day of Christmas. My true love gave to me. No, anyways.
Kate Nash.
An album by Kate Nash.
Wait,
Anyways.
real quick, how old is everyone here?
I'm 25.
Just turned 24.
27.
Okay.
I'm the closest to you. You graduated in 13, yeah?
Yeah.
I graduated in 15. Yeah. And then this guy's right behind me, and then he was right behind him. So
Oh, so it just goes up.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
28.
That's legit.
When did you graduate?
2016.
I was 2018. So.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Word. Anyways, I wanted to highlight this album because I don't hear it talked about very much. I am a big fan of British pop stars from the early 2000s, including Lily Allen, Amy Winehouse, The Heavy.
Amy
Arctic
Winehouse
Monkeys.
goes fire. She's crazy.
But
Amy Winehouse is British?
did you not know that actually?
No, I
I
genuinely
didn't know
didn't.
that. All right.
We're breaking new ground. Anyways,
Learn something new.
To be fair, I also figured out that slugs weren't homeless snails a lot later in life than I'm proud to admit.
Homeless snails. That's-
Slugs are just homeless snails.
they kind of are though, honestly.
They're cousins. Anyways,
cousins, huh?
album Kate Nash. Let's talk about your 10th
Okay.
birthday.
Yes. Anyways, I want to highlight this album because it is a fantastic pop album that is extremely underappreciated in the United States of America. This
USA.
album came out in 2008, and it was very big in the UK when it came out. Kate Nash had a really soaring rise to fame when she turned 19, and had a bunch of these songs peak at number 1. This whole album peaked at number 1 in the UK charts for
What?
about 40 weeks.
40
Well, it was
weeks?
on the charts
Whoa.
for about 40 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But it
Like, okay.
peaked at number 1 and had a very successful run, which she never really followed up with another project, unfortunately. She did star in the Netflix series Glow about women's wrestling, which I never saw.
Some fan you
I
are.
found that out.
Some fan you
Nothing
are.
against
I love the
women's
album, but I don't want to watch
wrestling,
her
but I
in
will never
any
be watching
television
that
show.
That's really. I mean, she still makes music and she's made quite a few other albums, but other than this main endeavor, she's never really matched that level of fame and attention in the rest of her career.
So we're putting her back on the map here.
So I'm putting her back on the map. We're bringing 2008 back, baby. In the UK.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, friends, that I'm telling about my favorite album. So respect and appreciate it.
Little,
Just kidding. No,
little
it's
active listening here.
oh my god, it's a very pop forward, piano driven album that target audience was probably little girls, but
Lou's got that
fantastic,
feminine
and
in him.
it translates super well to 10-year-old boys.
They're basically one and the same.
Basically one of the same.
Yeah. 10-year-old
Anyways.
boys in America or 12-year-old girls in the UK.
Okay, so it starts out with this super punchy, brilliant track called Play. It's a great intro song. It's got these super cool electronic punchy drums and really cool background vocals that kind of set the tone for the rest of this album. They carry through the entire album and are just a really great way of expression for Kate Nash. And it goes into the song called Foundations, which is a brilliant metaphor for a relationship that is crumbling at the seams and she's holding on to it and can't let go of it. But her songwriting really begins to shine through in this song. So do the super heavy piano-driven chords that just kind of that carry it as well. I really like it, and it's inspired me to sort of imitate the way that she writes, just in the sense that she describes simple situations that generate a lot of feeling.
Sorry, I just realized you
How many
actually
notes?
do have like a
How many
fucking
notes I
novel
took?
there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, actually,
I
funny
thought
story
you were
about this.
kidding.
Funny story
What?
about this.
He has like a novel written.
That's
Oh,
what, dude, I
it's-
told you. It's 3
I
pages.
I did this at a restaurant alone. I went to a restaurant and sat down with my notebook and a pencil and got the best service of my fucking life, dude.
What?
I swear they thought I was a food reviewer, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nah,
I
yo.
really got the best service I've ever received in my life.
Oh,
Wow.
What was the
that's
restaurant?
So good.
It was just Goodwood, bro.
Oh, Goodwood?
You went to Goodwood and they.
Oh, I
ordered,
fucking love
big ol'
Goodwood.
steak. And they at first they had this like boy waiter come out and was like talking to me, and then literally they like shooed him aside. like a head waiter, bro. I swear to God, it was
dude.
so funny. I was like,
That's so
oh,
funny.
it was hilarious.
Damn, that's a life hack,
And
dude.
my steak came out in like 4 minutes, dog. Literally, I ordered it and it was
Perfect
on my
temp
table,
and everything?
Like, instantly, I was like, yo,
What?
this is crazy.
Dude, what a
Goodwood
life.
by
Dude.
Edwards.
I might just
Huh?
start showing up to restaurants with a fucking pen and pen and
Just start
pad
taking pictures of
everywhere.
everything.
Literally, it's so funny. Like you will get the best
Oh my
service of your
gosh, that's
life.
crazy.
People will think you're like an esteemed like restaurateur.
An
I-
established.
I was just writing about one of my favorite albums.
This
when I
guy
was-
yelps.
Just got one AirPod in, taking pictures of everything, notes here and there.
He's over there writing a novel about the
was so funny.
asparagus.
It was
Oh,
so
it was so quaint, yet it had the perfect al dente cook on the asparagus. Not too salty, too little slice of pepper on there.
And it's hilarious because Goodwood, I'm pretty sure, is a chain restaurant.
It is.
It is
Absolutely.
for sure, absolutely.
So like you got
Absolutely.
sent by corporate or something. They were just like, what the? Oh.
They're like, wow, we haven't gotten a
I'm
sting
like
in a
the guy
while.
from fucking
It's been years since we've had somebody like this. He's writing a novel on this
Oh, yeah,
shit.
bro. Oh god.
Steak better be perfect. He's on page 4.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, I do have a whole novel. I have a whole fucking novel about this album. And I don't even have to go over it. I just
Just hit
I'll
the
hit
key
I'll hit the main
points.
So
Key
there's a song
points.
called Dickhead that's fucking hilarious, but also super serious. Like, she's just calling out this guy for being a dickhead, and I want to highlight this album too because I'm a lyric writer. I love writing lyrics. I love listening to music in general, but
Yeah, facts.
my specialty lies in songwriting, and
Poetry.
I've noticed that unintentionally I do take from ideas or concepts from this album
Oh,
quite a bit.
me too.
And,
yeah. Not this album, but in general.
Take notes from music you listen to.
Yeah, I definitely get inspiration subconsciously, and I'll just do shit. I'm like, wait,
Right,
that
it's
sounds
inevitable.
yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
But she has multiple songs on this album, like Play, Dickhead, and then the interlude on this album called Shit Song, where she just repeats simple phrases, but they're captivating, and they even.
I like how this album charted with songs called Dickhead and
Dickhead.
what was the other one you just said?
Shit Song.
Shit song.
Shit song.
Shit Song.
It charted with
It charted
names.
because the UK is so much better than America.
You can say cunt.
In terms of pop.
Yeah, you can.
You can say cunt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can they just throw it out there like no.
Oh yeah, you can say whatever the fuck. No, Anyway, so she uses really simple phrases, and there's a sentence in there that is in the interlude that's just sitting with my friends, getting drunk again on wine, and I think about you, and it encompasses the whole album super well. It's basically the entire vibe of the album. There's a song on there called "We Get On" that is one of my favorite songs of all time. Super heavy, pop-driven piano again, singer-songwriter kind of song, but with much bigger production feel. And it has this part in it that specifically states things that she's doing that she doesn't want to think about while she's doing them, but by stating them, you know that she's thinking about them.
Yeah.
And I just love that. It's so funny. She's like, I don't think about you every time I drive past your house. Like, I don't care about this new girl that you're with. But just the way that she says it's so obvious that she still is thinking about this guy who the opportunity to be in a relationship with has sailed. And yeah, the final notes that I have on this album are that British pop stars from the early 2000s way better than American pop stars from the 2000s in my opinion. You got Amy Winehouse, Lily Allen, and Kate Nash up against like Britney Spears,
Kesha,
Avril Lavigne, Kesha. And it's just different kinds of music, right? Like that music does hold the nostalgia factor for me in a sense, but like this other stuff, it's just such well written music. Like the lyrics really drive these songs in a sense, where in America it's got to be about the beat. Like the lyrics are a second factor to the music in a sense, which isn't bad, but for me, I really appreciate the lyric writing of some of these albums.
Well, especially with like Kesha. I mean, Kesha was in like a stranglehold with her producer.
Yeah, that was
there's
which there is a video out there somewhere of Kesha singing some songs post shitty producer.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, Kesha has one of the best fucking voices ever.
That is
Holy shit. Like, you take away the auto tune, it's just like fucking T-Pain. Like, you take away the auto tune, it's like,
just
oh
like-
my god.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck is this band?
That's crazy.
T-Pain's on a run right now.
Dude, T-Pain's.
T-Pain's on a
Has a
run.
cover of War Pigs by Black
Yes,
Sabbath.
That album is so sick.
It's
Tennessee
awesome.
Whiskey, War Pigs, Don't Stop Believin'.
Yep.
That Don't Stop Believin' cover is so good. Oh yeah, T-Pain's awesome.
T-Pain.
Anyways,
You just got shouted out by Ozzy Osbourne about that War Pigs cover too. Ozzy shouted him out over that.
Really?
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
that's
fire
crazy.
cover. It's insane. And it
They were
just
like,
shows
why?
you-
He was like, why didn't anybody let me know?
Yeah.
He's like, next time, dude. Then you're welcome anytime. You wrote the song. What do you mean?
Dude,
More of a
T-Pain's
mumble out, but-
this is T-Pain's energy too. Like,
so funny.
if I could hang out with anyone for a day,
Yippee.
he's up there.
His
He's up
streams
there.
are also hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, his streams
He's a
are.
streamer. He's a
Danny
true
Brown's
streamer.
up there.
Yeah.
T-Pain's up there.
Danny Brown is a natural born comedian.
Oh, dude.
That is hilarious.
Danny Brown
It's
is
funny
just.
how it happens.
Yeah.
Ain't it funny how it happens?
White people shit.
Where's the color bees? Because it cut fat now.
Anyways, that is my you must check out album of the episode.
Word. Word up.
That probably, we're gonna talk about albums a lot on this show. But for me, that one holds a special place in my heart. Kate Nash, you rock. At least you did when you were 19. I don't know if you still rock.
Woof.
But yeah, keep it up or don't. I've got that one album that I'll hold on to forever.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
So,
Keep it
yeah,
up or
there you
don't.
go.
No, whatever.
Words of motivation.
There
Mr.
you go.
Comstock.
Yep. Well, anyways, you guys want to play a stupid game? Oh, yeah, sorry. Albums?
I mean, I'm gonna pass on that for now. I'm gonna think of a different one than
Didn't
the.
spend enough time in the Goodwood alone.
No, I definitely did not. I'm gonna pick a different one this week.
Word.
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna come up with one off the top of my head for you.
Hell yeah.
It's different than
Alright.
episode 5.
Yes,
Let's filter through them real quick in my brain.
it's like a top 5. One of your top 5s. Jared
last
actually
year,
had time to
just all
prepare
time.
this last time.
I just did an album that I felt like was underappreciated and that I
Okay.
don't think a lot of people that I know about.
Gotcha.
But dude, I mean, it doesn't have to be that at all. It could be any album that you like.
I'm gonna go with At Long Last by ASAP.
Oh, word.
ASAP Rocky. Just like you were saying earlier, how like developmental years in your life, like that type of music you'll always go back to. For me, like when I listen to an album for the first time, if it's an album that I know is going to be like something I go back to, I always remember the time and place when I first heard it.
Yeah.
And I was like literally just, I was young, dude. I was just driving in like Hidden Springs with some of my old homies, and we were just bumping that shit. And we just got our license and everything. We were just like, fuck yeah, dude. But like every time I listen to that album, like I just go right back to that time. But yeah. Also, Mac Miller. I'll go. I think it's called I Love Life, Thank You.
Yeah.
It was one of his albums that dropped after his unfortunate passing. But
it was an early mixtape.
Exactly, yeah.
Came out in like 2011 initially, and then it got remastered and put
like
out
during the Larry Fisherman.
Yeah,
like,
they cleared all the samples for it and then re-released it.
Yeah, and that just has like a compilation of so many different like sides of Mac, like boom bap. It's got slow shit. It's got fast shit. It's got intellectual shit. It's got dumb shit. Like, but that's just Mac, dude. Shouts out to him, bro.
Yeah, it does provide a captivating feeling too. That just puts you in a place.
Dude, and if you like Mac Miller, if you've never heard of Larry Fisherman, it's his second channel.
His production alter ego.
Yeah. Yes, dude. Go look up Larry Fisherman, and also go look up on Instagram Cloudy with a Chance of, what's it fucking called?
Meatballs.
No. Dude, there's a funny ass Mac Miller page. It's like, it's a vaping page of Mac Miller just doing vape tricks, and it's the funniest shit ever,
when he quit
dude.
smoking cigarettes and he had a Vine. Yeah, it's like a Vine compilation of him just doing random vaping shits.
So funny.
Cloudy with a Chance of Awesome 69. And it's just his alter ego on that, his name is Lars. And he's just doing vape tricks, and it was right when vaping was like super popular, and it just came out, and he was just like clowning on that shit. It was so funny. Takes you on tutorials. Go look at Cloudy with a Chance of Awesome 69 on Instagram, dude. You'll not be disappointed if you love Mac Miller. It'll make your day.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
What else? I have a list for you.
Yes. Somebody else did work.
Yes.
It's not just me. I swear.
There. Watch this shit. Here we go, professional. Oh yeah. Look at that movement I got. They're the same, but now I actually have like songs that I want to point out directly.
Yeah. The same as what, dude?
Fuck yeah.
Same as what? Yeah.
What, dude? Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about. This is my first time meeting you guys. Hi, I'm Jared. Couple groups on here that a lot of people know, and if you don't know them, what is wrong with you? Blink-182 album "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket." The song "Every Time I Look for You." It's very good. It features Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus doing their duet thing that they do so well. It's just a good song, and it has like a breakdown kind of section in it.
Okay.
That just goes unnecessarily hard. There's Gorillaz albums, Demon Days, and The Now Now. The Now Now has a song on it called Idaho, and it's just a really good song. It like encapsulates Idaho very well.
Heck yeah.
And then Demon Days has November Has Come, which is like the exact type of music that I love. It has rapping in the verses and then singing in the chorus. Rapping done by MF Doom.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
MF Doom's goated.
R.I.P. also.
First time I heard
for real.
MF Doom, and I was instantly just in love. So
Hell yeah.
good. So goddamn good.
For real.
The Gorillaz are so cool because they are an intro into so many random artists. Like Del the Funky Homo Sapien on Clint Eastwood and Feel Good Inc. I think.
He's on both of those.
Yeah, he's on both. And then MF Doom. They had Slow Tie recently.
He's had
So that's sick.
they've had Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
Yeah. It's crazy. And
Danny
then-
Brown's on a couple of them.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Danny Brown's on some of the new ones.
Okay. Yeah.
Schoolboy
hell
Q was on one of the new ones as
Oh, that's
well.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, that's a wild.
He
collab.
on their latest album that they did, Cracker Island.
Yeah.
There's like Thundercat. There's Tame Impala.
Tame
there's
Vince
yeah.
Staples.
John,
Elton
Vince
John.
Staples,
Elton
that's
Yeah.
John, and
Earth Gang.
Dude, I actually.
Earth Gang?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
I
Earth Gang,
saw the Gorillas at that Life is Beautiful festival right when Cracker Island came out, and Thundercat played bass for him the whole
Yeah.
time.
What a
It was-
great
it
That's
was
pretty
cool.
sick.
which
Yeah,
is
it was super cool.
oh, and who's the singer of Fleetwood Mac? Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Song with Stevie Nicks as well.
That's insane.
Like just really.
They collaborate with anybody,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like anybody and everybody.
And I mean, did you know that they're British?
What?
News to me.
But
Dude, seriously, the Amy Winehouse thing, no joke.
That's so.
I'm still
But the band
mind
Blur,
boggled by
the
that.
Band Blur. You know that song?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Blur.
yeah.
Hey, well.
Song 12 was actually
Song
kind
two.
of like. Is it song 2?
Yeah.
Song 12 is a different band. Yeah. It was
That song
that song
was
actually
made
kind of-
apparent to me by Guitar Hero 5.
Oh.
I haven't heard a lot. I
Ooh.
learned a lot about music from Guitar Hero 5.
The
Same
song started
here,
out.
man.
That song started out as an acoustic song that was much slower, and then it evolved into just kind of like a middle finger to the American grunge scene.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
fun fact.
Yeah.
Awesome. Side notes about the Gorillas. Cool. Anyways.
Oh. Rage Against the Machine, their first album, recorded in one room with a bunch of these microphones right here.
That's wild. I did not
Wow.
know that.
One room, they brought their friends in and they did some overdubbing later, but it was all recorded in one room until they got the perfect take. That's
Wow.
why it just sounds so like natural and raw, and I love it.
That's cool.
Know Your Enemy is an incredible track. Features just all 4 of them at their best. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Then on to the not so popular stuff. Dead Mouse, I know, very popular. A song Failbait from the album. Album title goes here. It was kind of his free for all album, and it's a track that he does with Cypress Hill. It's so good.
That's wild too. I would never picture Dead Mouse and Cypress Hill linking up.
Yeah,
His
100%. That's a wild.
the hip hop shit that he's doing collabs with is phenomenal. Like,
Can you
it-
imagine if Hits from the Bong by Cypress Hill just had a dubstep remix?
It's from the.
Taking hits from the bone.
Yeah, there it is.
Last one is Noisia, album called Outer Edges. It's just incredible start to finish. That's one of my all-time favorite albums, and just for Insert, one of the biggest inspirations for Insert, because overall as an album, it just kind of showed me how you can get your point across without making like a certain specific type of album. You just want to create stuff, but also kind of tell this sort of story. Yeah, it's just really good. The song specifically, Get Deaded.
Get Deaded.
Get
By
Deaded.
Noisia. That's a
Weird
good pick.
off-time
That's a
shit.
good deep cut pick right there.
Yes.
Hell
Going
yeah.
deep in the mix.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I picked one that is kind of a dark horse. I picked Whether or Not by Evidence.
Okay.
Evidence is mainly a producer. Him and The Alchemist are really good friends.
Good to know.
Yeah, apparently they met up in California pretty early in Ev's career, and he helped Al work with like Kanye early
Okay.
on and
Oh,
whatnot.
what? That's crazy.
But I found this album in 2018 when it came out, and I kind of just threw it on, not really expecting anything. Had no idea who this guy was, and then later found out. Kind of went on a deep dive. I actually have the vinyl of this signed by him. I went to the show when Brother Ali brought him to the Olympic.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, it's basically a self-reflection album kind of thing where
Is he rapping on it?
yeah,
Okay.
the whole thing. He produced
That's
I don't know how many songs he produced on it, but some features, like one of my favorite songs is called Powdered Cocaine. It's got Slug on it.
Oh, from
He is a rhyme sayer. Evidence is a rhyme sayer. He
Yeah.
actually has a line in this album where he says, "I'm rhyme sayer number 3 behind Slug and Ali."
Okay.
Oh, that's sick.
So
What
wait,
about
Slug
it?
is from Why can't I not think of the freaking group? What, like Sunshine?
No, hold on. It's
Sunshine.
why can I not think of it either now? Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
Slug and ant. Slug and ant.
that was
Atmosphere.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just
Little.
embarrassed myself.
No, that was a little bit of a brain fart there, but yeah. So, very very self-reflection album, and it's a lot of boom bap, old school 90s hip hop, very heavily sampled. I'd say one of my favorite songs on it is Sell Me This Pen, which is produced by Alchemist and also features Alchemist on the
Oh,
beat
word.
as well.
Damn.
Those two have an album together called their group is called Step Brothers. It's Alchemist and Evidence, and their album is called Lord Steppington.
No way.
Lord Steppington.
Lord Steppington.
Dude, what a fucking
It's pretty sick. No, so Evidence, whether or not, has a lot of weather references as far as like the feeling of being under the weather, not necessarily like sick being under the weather, but just like feeling blue and just feeling glum.
Yeah.
Has another line in the album where he talks about writing lyrics in front of a mansion because everybody covets the comfort of us becoming it rich.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Damn.
anyway, then it wraps up in kind of a really really sad way. Evidence has a son, and his baby's mother got cancer and passed away.
No way.
Oh, shit.
So there's a
R.I.P.
pretty heart-touching song at the very very end explaining that whole situation of him struggling, where his child is the one that basically found out that she had breast cancer, right? Because like she was breastfeeding him and then she noticed something and was like, well, what's going on here?
Damn.
And so he's got this whole song basically like step by step. The son finds out she has breast cancer, and then he's portraying how he feels sitting next to her while she's like decaying essentially from
Yeah.
getting chemo and trying to cure this
Dude,
thing.
that's
So
a fucking hard
Yeah.
process, man.
she did end up passing away after that though.
It's wild.
That's
Yeah.
a really
It
tough-
is a fantastic album from
Okay.
top to bottom.
That sounds like
Production's insane. Evidence is a great lyricist. Like he's got a very very slow flow, like very deep slow flow.
Yeah, okay.
Like, but yeah, he's one of my last highlighted lines in it. He references Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he says, "Put my tires in reverse and get some miles back.
Oh, that's
bring the
fire.
bring the horns like Miles back." Like,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh.
Like Miles. Okay.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Miles Davis. But then
Miles
put my tires in
Davis.
reverse and get
Yeah.
some miles back.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Pretty sick. Yeah,
That's fire.
That's
I really
fire.
do I love that album.
Yeah.
Smooth.
That's cool. And yeah, it goes to show that, you know, production and lyricism are both super important in a great rap album. One that's going to
Yeah.
stick with you for a super long time, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
not to say that it's essential, because I
Mhm.
happen to have had Future as my number one most listened to
Future
artist
Future
this
was
last
Future
year.
was his was your number one this year?
Yeah,
Future
he was
wasn't
my
your number one.
He
He makes good albums
But
though.
he's got some lyrics that are like pretty good. Too.
I'm finally being able to I can finally understand him now.
Yeah.
Like him and Thug. I could never understand Young Thug, but now I've
Yeah.
listened to enough of him where I can kind of pick out some
Dude.
lyrics.
But
and
there's
then-
also not a Future album that I hold as near and dear to my
Just
heart
a
as like
weird-
some of those other albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Future has some songs where I'm like, okay, that's one of my favorite songs. But
Dude, the Percocet
albums?
and Stripper Joint, that's
Oh, God.
easily one of my
Such a
favorite
good
songs of
song.
all time. That's a fucking phenomenal song. But I hit DS2, the rest of it, great album. There's probably like one or two
There's-
skips.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Anyways, yeah, so we are gonna do a little Craigslist shopping here for some basses with my bassist.
Hello.
Yeah, I went through and found some Craigslist listings
To get to shop.
Craigslist listings.
Craigslist listings.
Yeah. Craigslistings.
Of some
Is Craig
interesting, maybe, question mark. I don't know if they're interesting or not, but we're going to find out.
Let's see if Craig's hitting or missing.
Yeah, we're seeing if Craig's hitting or missing today.
What does Craig have in store for us today?
I hope that there wasn't the. I tried to turn the fan on in there too, so you guys couldn't.
No, you're good,
Alright.
bro.
Y'all didn't hear me back there yakking.
Oh, we heard you.
Oh, we absolutely heard you.
Ah, fuck. I wonder if that picked up in the recording. That'd be hilarious too. Just
Oh, we definitely called it out.
yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Sherm's definitely.
We definitely pointed at it.
Oh god. At least it was minimal. There wasn't much.
Shit happens.
The
I feel so much better. I feel so much
Hey, that's
better.
what it's all about.
So
That's what it's all about. That was my number one thing.
Dude.
Anytime that I was helping somebody out in high school and they were just too fucked up, I was like, think about how much better you're gonna feel. They're like, oh, you're right.
All right, ladies and germs.
Boom, boom.
Give him a 3, 2. There it is.
We back. All right, we are going to.
Oh yeah, I had that pulled up too.
We're going to decide.
What's your preferred bass brand? If you're gonna go buy what? If you were gonna buy your dream bass, if you're gonna go buy a dream bass, what are you gonna buy?
If I'm gonna go buy a dream bass,
Yeah.
oh god,
And what's the price tag on that guy? Would you go buy like more of a live sound one or one for recording or?
The thing is, like, the recording basses and the live basses are all the same.
Okay.
That's just me because like I want to make sure that I'm feeling the same thing in
Right.
recording as when I'm playing it. The only dream bass that I have right now is
Listed on Craigslist in Boise.
But where? Are we gonna find it?
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. The only one that I can think of is it's like a yellow to red burst Rickenbacker bass. It's the one from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh,
Okay.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's
That
a.
would be legendary.
Oh god, there's a part of me that like it kind of does suck to watch the later part of that movie because it is just wrapped up in duct tape the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's like a $3,000 bass.
Yeah.
and
That's crazy.
and I love those basses. People shit on them a lot because they just sound rough, but I kind of like it.
Huh.
Yeah, but they feel
Very
great to
cool.
play.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, first we've got a Fender Jaguar Deluxe bass, CIJ, and it is listed at $900. Is that a steal of a deal or is that a terrible listing?
Ooh, where's it made? Hang on.
Japan.
Oh,
crafted in Japan.
900.
Same quality as USA made though.
Oh yeah, I
They didn't skimp
Uh,
on their Japanese production, I guess.
some of the Japanese made Fenders are really really cool.
Yeah.
Like I prefer them almost over American made. But also like the American made, Mexican made, Japanese crafted, whatever you're going for, like just go based off of how it feels to you.
Yeah.
Like I have a $50 bass and I have a $2,000 bass and I love them both the same.
Okay.
Interesting.
And the red 4-string one that I was playing at our last show, that's the $50 one, but it just feels so natural to me that I'm like, I'm gonna
Oh,
use
wild.
this.
Wild. Wow. Well, for the price listed here,
That's
What do you think?
I would absolutely buy that.
that is a Craig's. Yes.
That is
Crazy yes.
a Craig B.
Where is the location? We can go get this right now. It's on West State Street. Let's go,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Yeah, if you want to throw down for me, whatever.
Okay. Next, we've got the Ibanez.
Ibanez
Ibanez. Is that the
micro
Ibanez?
Ibanez.
Ibanes.
Micro bass
Ibanez.
guitar listed at $120 and
That's
cash
average.
only must be in Ontario.
That's the deal breaker. You got to go to Ontario for it? Nah.
I mean, if you're picking up other stuff, maybe.
But to like have an extra 120 to pick up a bass that you can go to Guitar Center and get for $100.
True.
It's
True.
like if I'm going to Ontario, I'm not picking up that bass. I'm just.
It's an
getting
interesting
my-
flip for $20.
I'm just getting my other stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean,
Is this a Craig's nope?
That's a new.
That's a miss.
yeah.
Craig's Mace. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a Craig's Mace.
Yeah.
Craig missed.
Craig missed.
Craig missed.
missed.
I fired and I missed.
Well, Craig, Let's see if you can bring it back with another Ibanez.
Oh, God,
Seems
another
like these
one.
Ones are,
This one's got an amp
getting
included.
listed. Oh, yeah, this one's got an amp included. I figured I'd include this one because
Wait, are these the same bases?
no, this one's black.
It's like the same fucking one.
It's literally the same
but
one.
it's
One's
gotta
black.
suck.
This one's black.
Oh yeah, it is the same bass, isn't it?
God, that's a lot of dick pics.
And then where is it located? I want to know. Ah, there was that green one I just saw
Boise.
earlier.
It's in Boise. Yeah.
Boise.
So
Ave,
Ibanez. So what do you know
75.
about the
It's
what
like
do you know about the Ibanez?
near my crib.
Manufacturer. In
Uh,
terms of, have you ever heard of them?
Ibanez has been around forever.
They're
Ibanez kind of specializes in like you can use any guitar for any sort of genre of music.
Okay.
Case in point being the Fender Telecaster, which is used in metal, it's used in country, it's used in indie pop, it's used literally across the board. Ibanez has somehow captured the market of like metal players. They make a lot of like 7-string guitars and guitars with like dive bombs and stuff like that.
Interesting. Cool.
The 5-string bass that I have is a Sound Gear by Ibanez, so it's kind of like their sister company or whatever.
Okay.
But it's seriously one of the best basses that I've ever played. These lower end Ibanez basses though, I would not pay.
Probably not buy it.
That is a
even with
miss.
the amp.
What's
It doesn't even have the amp picture of the amp
There's
on here. It's some sort of
Some
blue
sort of-
looking
some
something.
Ooh, that's an Ampeg. I would pay the $300 for the Ampeg.
Oh shoot! So you're getting basically a $75 bass in there.
I would do $300 across the board for that, and then I'd probably use the bass for parts.
Would you?
Scrap it.
Yeah. What?
Would you call Frank?
Would I call Frank? No, fuck you, Frank.
No.
Sorry, Frank.
Sorry, Frank.
Sorry, Frank.
Not today.
Sorry, Frank. That is a Craig's miss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Is this
We've
another
got-
of the same Ibanez?
we've got the $1 Ibanez though.
Wait, is this like like?
We're gonna pretend that he actually wants $1 for it.
What does the description say?
I think he wants to trade, but
It's got crispy low end.
it says everything is functional, but the battery dies if you don't take the cover panel off and unplug it. It's got a crispy low end. Actually, sounds pretty good. It needs some love and a new nut at the top of the neck.
Yeah.
New neck nut.
New nut at the top of the neck. All right.
For those that don't know, the little piece at the end of the head of the guitar, the neck of the guitar, there's a little piece called a nut, in it,
Okay.
where your strings go to the tuners.
This is actually funny. It says it does go out of tune because of the nut, but it
And
takes
about
2 to 3 songs before it goes out.
Every
for the
good.
2 to 3 set.
every 2 or 3 songs you got to retune it.
It's currently got a set of DR Black Beauties on it, which are practically brand new. It also has a dent.
It also has a dent.
We're moving on.
It also has a-
Yeah.
Sorry, Craig.
That's
Oh,
a
Craig's miss.
that's a Craig's miss.
This is a $2,000 bass.
Okay, yeah, this one's expensive. So we got the Carvin Bunny Brunel 5-string bass, new condition. Carvin does not make guitars anymore. Made in the USA. Very collectible.
Very collectible.
Very collectible.
Carver made excellent instruments. Yeah, very collectible.
This is part of my large guitar collection. That's why I'm selling. What a flex.
Yeah,
What
large
a
guitar
subtle
collection. That's why I'm
flex.
selling this one bass for $2,000.
Yeah. Is this even a bass? He keeps saying guitar, but I guess a bass is kind
Bass guitar.
Bass guitar. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Uh,
My bad.
I wouldn't grab that for $2,000.
For $2,000.
If it was
what would you?
1,000,
1,000?
a
Is that
1,000,
reasonable?
I
Is
would
that a better
say.
asking price?
Yeah. I also, I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it sounds like.
True,
But like,
true.
I have heard
Do
of
you like
Carbon.
the green color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss.
Well,
I
This
like
guy's
gold
more into the
green.
yellows and reds, as you mentioned earlier. That Scott Pilgrim bass.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
If it was $1,000 less, it would be a Craig's yes.
okay. Well,
But for the time being, a Craig's
it's a
miss.
Craig's miss. Just because of the price tag. Looks like a nice bass, but we're going Craig's
Need
miss.
some.
I picked another green one because
That's the exact same bass.
and it's listed for $420. It's
Oh,
a PV
perfect.
though.
Oh, that's just the like off-brand, but PV
Yeah.
still makes good shit.
Yeah,
Like,
so
yeah, pick that shit up.
okay, word. Yeah.
For 420.
Yeah.
Just
And
please.
This one's an
Like I
excellent
said,
shape.
dude, it even kind of looks like
These
it's got a
were-
little
these were right
floral.
next to
It's
each
got a
other.
little floral texture to it.
Yeah.
It's like
It looks like a nug,
selling
and
it
it's
for
selling it for
420.
for 420.
it's-
For 420.
just looks like
Yeah.
Looks like a nice
bush. A green bush.
Little.
This piece never got a lot of playtime, so I would describe it as near mint. Yeah, I mean, this looks like maybe the best.
Yeah.
The best Craig's.
Hit.
Yes. of all so far.
Craig's hit.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Then we've got the $100 Glary. The Glary.
That glary. $100.
4-string bass guitar comes with strap case and audio cord. Or wait, strap case audio cord.
Strap case and audio cord. Okay. I would absolutely get that.
Yeah, for maybe
Uh,
like a beginner or something, or even just somebody who.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $100.
The so this is a P bass, precision bass. The Fender P bass is unanimous for being like one of the most perfect fucking basses
Huh.
because it's just two knobs, nothing much to the electronics, and people will put flat wound strings on there and they can get really close to the sound of a stand-up bass.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
it's,
okay.
like,
That's
just-
cool.
It's just P basses that people really like. They want those flat wounds on there, so it makes that sound. But
Whoa.
P basses are they're phenomenal. They're on every punk album that came out in like the 80s and 90s. It's just P bass.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's that.
Okay, so this
And,
is
like,
kind of a find then.
Yeah, and even if it's a little like the neck's a little warped or whatever, take it in, get a setup on it, $100 for that. Absolutely.
Okay, word.
Craig's hit.
Craig's. Yeah.
Craig's yes.
Mackin'.
All right, moving on to a little bit of Facebook Marketplace.
Fuck that. That is a BC Rich. Get that thing the fuck out of my sight.
Immediate miss. Immediate miss.
This is face booty.
Fucking.
Face below the bar.
This is listed at $1,000, and why don't you like it?
That's
It's kinda-
$1,000.
It's almost in its own.
It's
coffin.
it's ugly. It's pretty ugly.
Well, fucking bury it.
Yeah, it looks like it's ready to be buried. To be honest, look at that couch too.
The rich BC Rich Warlock Platinum.
Oh yeah. They're. Oh god.
Would this
they're-
be one that you'd like bring on stage to smash violently,
Ooh.
like for some? For
Yeah,
some-
before the first song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys smashed a guitar on stage once, right? Was that you guys? Taylor smashed a guitar, right?
No, I've
Was that-
definitely thrown one of my basses.
Okay.
But they're tough.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be really hard.
BC Rich makes all their guitars super pointy and they're just like the fucking edgelords. And I worked on a kid's BC Rich guitar, like 6-string guitar in high school, because he was like, "Oh, there's a problem with it. It doesn't sound right." And everything was totally fine. It was his amp was shit, and I told him that from the get go. And at the time, I was playing lacrosse, so I had like a big gear bag with me, and I unscrewed the neck and just folded it up and put it in my lacrosse bag, and then took it to school because I didn't want to carry that fucking thing. And then I just put it together right in front of him, and I was like, "Yeah, your guitar's fine. Get a new amp."
That's wild. All right. Well, BC Rich.
Get the
not
fuck
today.
out.
We got the sexy Wildfire Drive short scale bass with some stickers on it
Ooh,
for $80.
flare. Again, those are P-bass pickups. Same
Yeah.
sort of thing. Clean it up, get a setup on it, good to go.
Kind of a deal.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a face bussin'.
Face
No, no, no. No.
Face buzzing.
All right, we got one
Bussin'
more.
or
after this.
Yo,
disgusting?
one more.
One more. We got the free. No, I'm just kidding. It's a trade. They want a trade for this one. It's the Jackson
JS
Rhodes. It's got the spiky thing going on. You know.
Looks like
Does that affect the way the bass sounds, or is it more just the way that it feels?
The shape?
The shape.
No, not at all. There's a brand called Steinberg, which their thing is literally just making like the smallest version of something possible. So like
Whoa.
the Steinberg bass, it has like this much room on either side of where the strings are. It doesn't have a head. You tune from down here, and it looks like a piece of wood basically with strings on
Weird.
and they sound great.
That one looks like you play in a hair band.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like some 80s metal shit
It is.
for sure.
Do you rock with this style at all, or?
It doesn't seem like his particular style.
I like the classic V, the Gibson Flying V, because it's balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Something about the wooden nature of this feels a little bit weird. I feel like they should just go for the loud, like, color or something.
Yeah, if you're gonna make one of these weird off-center V things, just go balls to the wall.
Go
Make
balls
it
to
like
the wall.
neon green, neon pink.
Yeah, I
Make
feel
it
that too.
Fucking like purple cheetah print, and it would fit right in with the time frame that came from.
Yeah, I wonder what this guy is looking for
As a trade, yeah.
But
I like the fact that he took a picture in front of his Christmas tree too.
yeah, right.
Just putting that together. It's like, just listing this. Oh, I need a background. Shit, I got the Christmas tree up.
Well, I got it for Christmas. I might as well just set it up here and take a picture. To
Dude,
get rid
his
of it.
family, they
posted
didn't
it
they
right in
didn't
front
keep
of
the
his
receipt
family.
or something.
What
They
if
got
he
him
just
the
got it
space.
that Christmas?
Yeah.
What if
He got this
just
for-
opened it.
He just got that for Christmas, and he was
It's a
like,
fresh Christmas present.
"Fuck,
Instantly
this
take-
is the wrong base. I want another one."
Instantly listed.
It still has like all the plastic and stuff on there too.
You see all the wrapping paper in the background. It's obviously
I mean, is
Christmas
that-
morning. He's just like,
That's-
it's just a picture of him next to it with a big old frown. He's just like,
This is a random collage.
Like the old like
yeah.
middle-aged white dudes on Facebook that have like a trout in their hand. Just that's a shitty guitar.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's all the Facebook and Craigslist marketplace listings that I have.
Word.
421 is my favorite.
On a the 421. Yeah, do we have a favorite? I think
Yeah, that's my favorite.
the 421, the green one.
Mhm.
That one's hard.
In comparison to its $2,000 counterpoint, which I guarantee like most people would not be able to tell the difference between.
And most people wouldn't be able to pay
And they're
for
both
it.
5-string too, so like just pick one that feels right to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, $2,000 versus $4.
that's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
25%
Yeah,
less.
craziness. Well, I got one more question for you to kind of maybe wrap up the episode and just close it out on an interesting note. You got some tattoos on your body.
You got things.
I'm wondering maybe like what your favorite tattoo is that you have, or if you plan on getting more.
Absolutely plan on getting more.
Yeah.
Like Pringles, once you pop, you can't stop.
Hey.
I think my favorite one is either the one that's on my arm up here, which is a whole like mural scene, or my hearts.
The hearts. I think the hearts are super cool. It's a very creative idea.
The heart's sick. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, and these are always the ones that. This is the tattoo that always catches people's eye.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a nice
When
spot
did you
for
get
it
it?
too.
How long have you had it for? A long time.
September of 2018.
Okay. Cool.
Word.
Yes.
Going on 6 years.
Oh,
That's wild. That feels like not 6 years ago.
September of 2016.
Oh my god.
Going on
8.
8 years.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's wild.
Is it from? Is it a Zelda reference?
Yes, it is.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Nice.
OG Zelda. Because
Zelda.
I played the hell out of that one. I played Majora's Mask, and I haven't played any of the other ones.
Hey, sometimes you don't need to.
It's just
I just went back
Yeah.
and tried to beat Majora's Mask when it came out on DS, like in high school, like
Oh, yeah, I did.
2016 or something like that, or 2015.
2016.
Yeah, when they remade it for the DS, I went back through and I almost beat it. I kind of gave up toward the end. It was
Yeah.
getting a little too daunting. I was like,
2016.
I'm running out of time.
2016 when I got this tattoo when I was 21.
I was
Legendary.
19 or 18, so
Yeah. Well, I still play Wii Sports, so.
you actually have a functioning Wii still?
Oh my god, yeah.
For real?
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, I had one for
Damn.
the
I play
longest
all
time
the
too. I
time.
gave it to my grandma and I set it up for her so that she could stay active.
Yeah.
Um,
Shit. Dude, imagine people buying the Wii in like 2008, being like, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds playing this.
And all they ended up with is like,
Dude,
all
Christmas
they ended up
morning.
with was broken televisions.
Christmas morning. Hey, we got you a
I wanna
Wii.
know- I
Hopefully you
wanna know
lose
the
50
success
pounds this
story. I want
year.
to know the biggest success story of somebody who lost the most weight playing like a Wii
Oh my
Fit.
dude, you remember like the fitness board that it came with, and the
Yeah.
oh, dude,
Well, dude, now there's like Oculus games that are actually like workouts.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I quick note on the fitness board that they
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
I went to a house show like last summer,
Yeah.
and one of the guitar players had turned the fitness board into his pedal board.
Legendary.
What?
Legendary.
Incredible.
That's
Absolutely
so awesome.
incredible.
Oh,
That's pretty
insane.
sick.
That's insane.
that's tight.
10 out of 10. Good
Wow.
work.
10 out of 10.
Wish
well,
I knew what band that was.
Never heard anything like that.
as the snow falls quietly in Boise,
Yeah.
we'll be signing off in this episode of Speaking Into the Void.
Salutations, folks.
This is Jared, Ethan,
College
Smith,
level.
member of College Level, insert in June, and he's got shows coming up. But the big one is with band College Level here for Tree Fort. And if
June.
you can,
June's
and
also
June's
gonna be
playing.
playing
Okay,
Tree
sweet.
Fort.
Catch June as well.
Damn.
And honestly, look forward to some new insert music. We've heard some demos, and they are amazing. Go check out the old stuff. Run up those numbers. And
You won't be disappointed.
SoundCloud.com/INS_RT.
absolutely.
Boom.
Yep. If you look them up on Spotify, it's got the little brackets. Right?
Yes.
Bracket
The
insert.
square.
Yeah, the square bracket insert.
Bracket.
Like it's an insert. Literally.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's creative.
Brilliant.
As for me, Alex, and Sherm,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a show February 9th
Yup.
at the Eastside Tavern.
It's the old Crickets.
Come support.
That's confirmed too. I just talked to Jilly as well. So
Nice.
Better be,
Jilly's
keep it
gonna
promoted.
Jilly's
Jilly
gonna
weeks.
Jilly
Nice.
FM.
Fuck yeah.
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 Love Jilly.
Yeah, she's gonna DJ this show at the end. So she'll be on
Let's go.
from 11 to 2.
Hell yeah.
I actually pulled up the Crickets last night just to see how it was
Yeah,
on a Friday at like 10:30.
Yeah.
Decent amount of people in there.
Cool.
definitely.
So
Well, yeah,
we
come
get
pull
some
up.
more people in there.
It's
It's gonna be
super
fun.
fun.
It's gonna be
Super
hella
fun.
fun.
Oh,
Anyways.
God, Jesus, shit.
On that note,
Anyways,
thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Love you, man. Thanks for joining.
Love you guys.
yes,
Sayonara.
thank you, Jared. And kill it.
Louie. Good news, I'll be fine for a minute, but the bad news is that the ship I'm on is sinking. It's a heavy load and a burden to dig out of this hole. Solemn is where I'm gonna kick it at. Good news, I'll be fine for a minute, but the bad news is that the ship I'm on is sinking. It's a heavy load and a burden to dig out of this hole. Solemn is where I'm gonna. Some people fuck like rabbits, some people fuck like assholes. I ain't really got that malice. Wish I didn't even wanna fuck it all. Connection should matter more than just what's physical. Still I'm in a pattern of fucking just to feel involved with you. Did you know I didn't feel the way about I did last year? Didn't know that I've been undercover getting blasted. Wonder why I gotta keep it with me in a satchel. Opportunities like these aren't long lasting. Truly that's tragic. Though I keep a magic hat, all black satin. Know my daddy from Iraq. Most y'all think I'm Latin, more like I'm Aladdin. High school I was Fez, and I think that's cause I'm tanning. Fuck you and your standard. Love me cause I'm rapping. Where were you out last year? I was down badly. My love with my mama. Shout out to my family. I ain't with that drama. In fact, I can't stand news. I'll be fine for a minute, but the bad news is that the ship I'm on is sinking. It's a heavy load and a burden to dig out of this hole. Solemn.